Hey everyone, it is Jamie from Independent Street NOLA and Seasons and Ritual, and I'm here to pull some cards for my sweet, sweet Scorpios. So I think by the time I talked to my fourth Scorpio in the last 3 days or so, I thought, okay, I think I'm going to go on and pull some cards. You guys seem to be in it to win it right now. Um, and so th some things I want to that were kind of coming through intuitively is that it's important for you guys to remember that you are fixed water and your ruler, Pluto, had been in Capricorn for 20 years. So you had been sitting in that energy of cardinal Earth for 20 years. And now you've moved into Aquarius. In cardinal Earth, right? It was always initiating, always Capricorn was working, moving, nuts and bolts, things on time. And so, and Pluto was constantly redefining how we did that, how we did that, how we did that. And so you guys were there for 20 years. And then you moved into Aquarius, and Aquarius is fixed air. And so now we have two fixed signs together. And Aquarius is the cosmos, Aquarius is new things coming in. But it's very important for you guys to know that if you're feeling stuck or I want to say like maybe lethargic, or an off balance or not stable, you've got to get used to this new energy. You've got to get used to this idea that fixed water and fixed air, well, how are they going to work together? Are they going to be are they going to be moving? Or are they just going to be staring at each other because they're fixed? So it's important and we've got 20 years to work on this, so here we are at the beginning. And it's also important to know that your ancient ruler, Scorpio of Mars, is now in Pisces. And so your ancient ruler is in meditation. So there's a different way of going through the motions in order to get to your answers. And then your current ruler has moved signs and is sitting in fixed air. So it's important to work with this. This doesn't mean that you're never going to start moving again, but it's important to see that you've gone through a huge shift and a huge change, and you're bringing us all along with you. So we thank you for that. And you've got to get used to being in air. The water has got to get used to being in air. The water has got to get used to absorbing air, right? Before you were moving earth, and now it's air's coming in. And so one of the meditations that I shared the other day with one of my Scorpio friends was this idea of, see yourself draining all the water and then see yourself getting filled back up. And when the water starts coming in, see it coming in with bubbles, bringing in more movement, bringing in new air, right? How do fish breathe underwater, right? Through their gills, but you can always see the bubbles come up. We want those bubbles in there. We need that aeration, right? Pluto is going to be changing the way we think about things, and it's changing the way we've thought about things for a long time because we have that fixed air. And Aquarius is ready for this change. Aquarius is ready for this movement. Aquarius is ready for new feelings to come into the heart. So air and water work together very well. I know other astrology or maybe other astrologers would say differently, but all the elements work together. So it is a beautiful pairing. It's going to be here for the next 20 years. But if you guys are feeling offline, it's important to know that you can feel stable in air. Okay, there's no way that, I mean, you can be stable in air, in an air sign. It's just going to feel differently than it felt like in Capricorn. A lot of times maybe you forgot that stability from being at work. Maybe you got that stability from having that structure, right? And then you come into an air sign and it's just like, whoa, everything's changing. The air seems like it's just expansive. There's nothing to kind of grab onto. So again, see that water, this old stagnant water coming out, see the air coming in, see the bubbles within you guys, a stream of bubbles, and you can see yourself in a beautiful bowl or a beautiful glass or still running down a stream, maybe a beautiful fountain bubbling up from the earth, because that will give you structure, that'll make you feel grounded, that will give you space, right? Instead of just being all the way out in the outer space or the cosmos are going on forever. It's important for water signs to see themselves coming from a source. So maybe that would work, like a fountain. I'm trying to think of like, natural springs is what I'm thinking of. So like you come up upon it and you can see the natural springs and it's like that beautiful bubbly water that's so good. Fairy champagne, I guess as they call it. So you guys give yourself some grace, give yourself some room, right, to start feeling into this differently. And it'll start to catch on quickly, okay? And like anything, we're humans, we have good days, we have bad days. But it's important. I mean, I thought it was important to come on because, after the fourth Scorpio from all different parts of the world or the United States and I were talking, I was like, let me just come on and say this, get you guys a little regrounded. Remind yourselves that there is structure in Aquarius. Aquarius's ancient ruler is Saturn, which is Capricorn's modern day ruler. So you are familiar with working with Saturn. Your ancient ruler Mars is now in Pisces. Saturn is in Pisces. So there is that structure there. Okay. It's just coming in differently. You're going to feel it differently. Again, Aquarius is an air sign, but I always think that we need to think through the heart. Now we're making decisions based on our heart, which you guys can understand because you are feeling. So let's pull a couple cards for our Scorpios. Get you guys through the eclipse. Okay. 7 of Pentacles. That's good for you. 7 of Pentacles. That's an earth. Knight of Swords. Here it comes. That's air. Okay. 2 of Wands. Good job, guys. King of Pentacles on the bottom. That's good. That's mature energy, right? That King of Pentacles is just practical. So you guys just show up, just be practical, make those mature decisions, even if at times like right now you feel like, crying or like you don't get it or you feel out of sorts, make the decision. What is the best thing I can do right now in the present to make me feel better? Don't try to think about figuring everything out from yesterday and tomorrow. What do you need to do right now to stay present in order to move things forward? King energy is movement. Okay. So what can you do right now to move yourself forward? The 7 of Pentacles is here and is telling you not to stress out because you've already planted all the seeds that you need for success. So just because maybe you feel offline or you feel out of sorts or you don't feel stable, that's not that's not the trajectory. That's just how you feel right now. You already done all the hard work. You're still doing the work. It's going to come to fruition. So the Knight of Swords is coming in. This is sort of like the conversation we're having now. Allow the new thoughts to come in, allow the new energy to come in. And remember, the Knight of Swords is on fire like this when it's go time. Okay, the Knight of Swords, uh, is he the most strategic of them? Yes, but he's the most strategic when he sees what he's up against. Okay, so does he plan 30 days in advance? Maybe. I don't always see this. I always see the Knight of Swords is when he gets in there, he can read the room, and that's when he knows how to go. The Knight of Swords is very intuitive. So it's telling you, you've got to trust your intuition. You've got to trust what's coming through your brain now. And if your brain is feeling, nervous or, out of sorts, you need to tell it, look, we planted the seeds. We're going to be successful. Look at all those pentacles. We're going to be successful. Okay. We've just got to get our feelings matched up with our brains because the Two of Wands is here and the Two of Wands is still learning. So just learn how to be in this new energy. Just learn how to be in this new air energy. You know, it's going to be different. It's going to be, in one way, it's going to be faster than that Capricorn energy because the Capricorn energy was um Earth, you know, it was Earth. Now the Capricorn energy is cardinal, so it is initiating. Um, but you can see this guy is hauling ass. That horse is hauling ass. The thoughts coming in, you know, allow new thoughts to come in. And now allow new thoughts to come in about current situations, you know, but it's all about telling yourself you are stable, you are grounded, you've always made the right decisions, right? But you've done what you needed to do in order to plant these seeds for them to grow. You know, tell yourself that you're not going to mess this up, okay? And then keep learning, right? Keep learning, keep figuring it out, right? This is one. So in this reading, you've got earth, wind, and fire, right? And you're the water. That's a balanced reading. You can see the water out here. The water's fine. So learn what it is that you need to do to make you feel better in the moment. Maybe it's a different meditation. Maybe it's a different breathing technique. You know, maybe it's a different mantra that you say. Because again, your ancient ruler is in Pisces. Pisces is the mystic. Mars is discipline, right? Saturn is there. Saturn, um, Aquarius's ancient ruler is there. So you can have this conversation about how do I start to show up in this age of Aquarius, right? Mars in Pisces is great for starting a new spiritual practice or just a new mantra. You know, it's not like you got to start all over from zero, but it's a good time to have a conversation with spirit source and say, okay, I want to feel more stable or I want to get back online. I want to, you know, get reconnected to source. How can I do that now? And it's important that we check in with ourselves with any sign. I know I'm talking about Scorpio right now, but with any sign, because we have these huge shifts coming. We always have to upgrade, right? And we always have to see what fits us best now. You know, we're not wearing, you know, our sweaters from 16 years ago, you know? And sometimes when you know, we want that comfort. So you can still get that feeling of comfort, but it might come through in a different way. So figure it out. Figure out what this is. Because again, on the bottom of the deck, it's this mature energy. It's this mature energy to get you grounded. It's this mature energy to keep you abundant, right? It's this mature energy to keep you moving. So the movement is here, guys. It's just accessing it a different way, starting that different conversation. And remember, you planted those seeds. They're not going anywhere. Start this new conversation and then learn how to get it done. Okay, sweet Scorpios, I hope this helped. I'm all very proud of you, my fixed water friends. I will be putting up the video for the eclipse tomorrow on Sunday. So I hope you guys have a great Saturday and I will see you soon.